If the beginnings of your notes sounds like this, kind of fuzzy and unclear, let's check a couple of things. So first of all, make sure that you're actually starting the note with your tongue. Unless there's a slur on the note, you should be starting it with your tongue. So inside your mouth, your tongue acts as sort of a valve that lets the air come through from your lungs. If you don't use your tongue, a lot of times you're going to get a really indistinct, fuzzy beginning of the note. The tongue allows you to articulate, right? To cleanly start and clearly start the beginning of that note. So here's the part that's just a little bit tricky. Depending on what you're playing and how the articulation should be, a lot of times your tongue's going to be in different places in your mouth. It's not always going to be in the same exact spot. However, if this is new for you, if this is a new skill, if you've been playing flute for a while and you have not been starting the notes with your tongue, then probably there's going to be one place that's the most reasonable to start from as a default setting. So people use different syllables to figure this out. A lot of times they're going to say ta or tu. There are others. These are some ideas that people use. And so when you say that, when you say ta, 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 think about and notice where your tongue is inside your mouth. And you'll find that generally it's where the ridge happens in the top of your mouth, where your palate is. So where that ridge is behind your teeth. So just spend a minute, ta, ta, you can actually say the syllable, or ta, ta, tu, tu. Your tongue is going to be on that ridge behind your teeth right before your soft palate. Again, this is not going to work for every single situation, but it is a place to start, and then you can go from there. So if this is brand new for you, I would practice it away from the flute first. So I would practice just ta, ta, tu, tu, ta, ta, and just notice where my tongue is hitting in my mouth. And then I would try just one note on the flute and make sure that I'm getting it. Now, it may not be that clear for you at first. If this is a new thing you're trying, you might slip back into no tongue articulation. So just take it really slow. And there's got to be the coordination between the air and the tongue. So again, when you first start this, it may feel very uncoordinated, discontinuous. It may feel just really kind of icky. But practicing the skill away from the flute first by just ta, 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 and really noticing where your tongue is coming into contact ta, 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 with that ridge, that's going to help you be able to transfer that skill to the flute. And you may notice as you play different notes, you have to adjust the exact placement of your tongue to get the notes in the different registers. That's another story for another video on a different day. But for now, if you are not starting your notes with your tongue and there's not a slur on that note, then you do need to start it with your tongue. So finding where that is going to be inside your mouth, separate from the flute, and then adding it to the flute as a really slow exploratory exercise is a great way to get that going. So right now I am offering free trial lessons for new students. If you would like to take advantage of that, then the sign up information is in the description.